Hello and welcome to today's edition of SIG Instrumentation. It is Thursday, January 19th, 2023. Wow, new year, new release. And I believe our first topic on the agenda today is KEP planning for the 127 release. Han, do you want to lead us on that?
Sure, we have 3 KEPs, I think. We have 2 of mine and 1 of David's. They're all going to beta, so we can be probably pretty quick about this because promoting graduation.
We might
criteria.
have a few other.
Do we?
Yeah, I was going to say we might have a few other. So the one that I added on the agenda is about the event migration.
Okay.
I will try to get the KEP in before KEP freeze.
Okay.
But that might be tight. And we have, I think, 2 other. One I need to follow up with Clayton about like the resource metrics, resource limit and request metrics from the scheduler. That needs to graduate to stable. We wanted to make sure that it was used before graduating it, but like I've made some migration, so now it's being used. So we should be able to make that stable now. I need to check up with Clayton again.
Okay.
And the other one, yeah, I don't know. The other one would be the configuration for the cardinality enforcement, like when we can opt out some of the metrics if they are unbounded. So that needs to graduate to beta, I think, this release, or like maybe a next release, but like that's part of the thing that we need to decide on.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go.
Oh, Han, you're sharing your screen.
Yeah, on purpose.
I was sorry, I was gonna do it, and then I don't know how to share things on a Mac because it's not showing me a thumbnail, so I was worried I would share the wrong thing.
Okay. So maybe I should just continue sharing.
Sure. I just wanted to I will give you a link to share. Maybe I want to make sure that we just like look at everything, and because we have like a lot of issues open. I'm gonna put it in the agenda rather than the chat.
Shouldn't we go over issues in our triage?
No, not issues, like the issues in the enhancements repo, which represent enhancements. We have like 11.
Okay.
So I think it's worth like going over them.
Sure. Okay. Let's take a look at this first. Event API migration plan. This is the one that Damien was talking about.
Yeah.
Is this
Yeah,
alpha
this is
or
to
what?
be
We need
able
to fill this out.
What?
You need
Yeah.
to fill out
I will fill
the
this
target
out. I
date
just created
because-
the dummy issue, but that's
yeah,
meant
but you
to
should
be
fill out the
able to
target
close.
dates because
I will
it
do
has no information on when this is happening.
Yeah.
Well, I care less about that, and I care more about like the actual design proposal. I mean, I see that there's a
Well,
conversion
it
link.
doesn't matter if it's 1 to 8. Like, I don't care about the design proposal if
I see.
it's yeah. So like if it's slated for 1 to 7, then we should have a design proposal, right? Like, but here I can't tell when this is slated for, and therefore it could be important or not be important. I don't know. Is it
Damien,
there
are
we
we
go.
planning on doing this one in 127?
Yes, he just updated it. I
we
just saw it
checked
change
it,
on my
okay.
screen.
Okay.
So and the idea would be to like that would be a way to be able to close the original KEP about the events that is blocked by the fact that we cannot migrate all the Kubernetes components today to the new API. So the idea is to prepare a plan to actually be able to do that because it's not possible today. And maybe after a while it should be possible.
Okay, so this is this the actual thing?
Yeah, it's the original one.
Okay, hold on.
Like this is stable, but like we cannot close it.
And you have a migration.
Yeah, the problem was the original KEP criteria for that one said that we wanted to migrate everything to the new API, and then that never happened, and now it's kind of like in perma, we can't close it state.
Yeah. That's why I want to at least start working on it slowly. because like
Okay.
there are a lot of changes that need to be made.
Ping me when you are done with your design, and then I will
Yeah.
look at it.
Yeah, sounds good.
But
Well,
until
one other
the
question
design is
that you
actually
want to
done,
look at it.
there's no point in even looking at it.
One
Yeah,
other
no need
question.
to opt in.
Why does this need to be a separate cap from the original one?
He wants to change some of the graduation
Just to
criteria,
make
I
it
believe.
easier. Yeah, I want to change a couple of things just so
We
that
can
it's
change the
easier to migrate.
graduation criteria. I mean,
It's
we
not a
want-
separate cap.
yeah, so
I don't think it's a separate cap.
we're allowed to change the graduation criteria of an existing cap. So you
Yeah.
could update the existing one and get it
No,
closer.
no, the thing is that like I really want to go through.
No,
a-
he's not creating a new cap. This is an update of
No.
an existing cap, right?
No, I was going to create a new cap. Just
Oh, you were gonna
dedicated for
create it.
that. Because like the original cap is like nearly stable. Like the feature is stable, but not the cap. The cap is in beta still.
Why not just
and,
why
like,
not just update
I don't
the
want to
old cap?
reuse it. Hmm?
And maybe let's
I
pause
would
for a second.
reuse the old cap.
Why don't we update the old cap so that we can close it out as graduated and scope
Exactly.
migration stuff into this new one? Because then that will,
Exactly.
yeah, I think that's what Damien was suggesting.
No, Damien
my
was suggesting
suggestion
writing a
was
new
to
cap.
actually open a new cap. He
Okay.
was like,
Suggesting the opposite.
this one cannot be closed yet because like we haven't migrated all the components.
You can change
And-
the graduation criteria.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
But,
reduce
like,
scope often.
Yeah.
You
we
can change the
discuss it
graduation
offline if
criteria
you
and be like, we're like migrating all the components on scope, blah, 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 blah.
I don't want to spend too much more time on this. I think we have a
want.
plan.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
the
we
plan
can discuss
is
it offline.
let's update the old cap to reduce the scope and then
Yes.
let's move the migration stuff into the new cap. And then that way it will still get tracked. We can close out the super old thing. And then
Yeah,
we
sounds
have
good.
stuff in the right spots. Sound good? Okay, great.
Okay, next is mine. Extend stability classes. I have a PR for this. I have reduced scope. And I have already gotten a review. I just need a PR reviewer, so I'm getting Wojciech to look at it.
Silly question.
Yep.
I haven't done a enhancements review now for a year. I know that the release team has changed the process a bunch. How do we as chairs mark caps for the upcoming release that we want?
Milestone tags.
Is it
No, you
milestone?
said,
'Cause there's
like,
also the
lead
lead
opt-in.
opted in
Yeah,
label.
it's
Oh
lead
yeah,
opt-in
no,
and
lead
then it
opted
will be
in. Lead
tracked.
opted in gets you on the project board. I will do this eventually. Yeah. There's a lead opted in tag. It gets you on the project board for a release, and then the PR reviewers and everything, and the release team tracks through the project board.
Okay,
There's
so
like a Prowbot or something.
so everything that we want to include in this release, can we just label it now?
It might be on the issue.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Maybe-
talking. That's why we're going through the issues, right?
Yeah, no, but let's see.
I see there's one for the kubelet OpenTel tracing. There's a lead opted in label on that. But I don't see it on the other stuff.
Yeah, that's because they removed it. They want us to re-add it later.
Yeah, so I'm saying let's re-add them now. I was hoping that that's what we do in today's meeting is pick the things we want.
I don't
to
know
go
if the
with.
project board is ready.
I see.
Yeah, so I don't want to add the thing
There-
until after. Because
there-
I have been checking for the project board and I don't see the new one.
They're 2 weeks out from
I know, but I don't see the project board.
Oh, well, it shouldn't matter, Han, because I've set up project boards before. If there's a label that they're searching on, they can just add everything with the label on it. That won't cause a problem with the automation.
All right. I mean, we can always remove it and add it back in, lead opted in. Okay.
I think it might be just /label lead opted in.
I can't remember how I did this before. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's weird that the thing to remove it is remove label, but this one is just a / command. Well, that's handy. Okay. So we want to do that also for.
See, I don't know if it's working right now because they removed the thing. And so it's not actually the Prowbot might not recognize it. I don't think the project board is ready for this thing yet. It's not even attaching the label, as you can see.
Yeah, that was why I was.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying we should wait. Because I don't think it's ready.
Well, when are we supposed to do it then?
Yeah, yeah. Well, we can find out. It's fine. I'll take care of I'll take care of all of this stuff independently once it's ready. You don't have to worry about it.
Okay. Are we capturing this somewhere though? Like, I just want to make sure that we've at least written it down.
No, I have to do PRR reviews. So when I do that and go through my list, I will go through all of these and make sure that they are
So-
lead opted in.
It's in our meeting notes as well from today. So it's-
Is that everything we've discussed though? I don't see where's the. We're doing them out of order, I think is why I'm getting confused. So,
haha.
Hold on, wait, I lost that link.
okay,
What happened?
so event API migration. We're gonna opt in for 127. And we're going to update the old event stability cap. It's new-
Component health SLIs, I've updated the thing. In fact, there's a PR, Rich has already completed this for the beta stuff. We have contextual logging. Is this still going on? Or is this
This is
done?
beta release target 128, so I think that's probably.
So we can ignore this one. We can
Yeah,
ignore this one, okay.
if they come back and change their minds, then. they
Open
can-
telemetry,
That's how
tracing.
Yes.
Oh, yours is lead opted in. No
Yeah,
one
I don't-
removed it.
Haha.
They added it.
No, Sasha added it manually because he's one of the SIG release leads. Yes.
Okay.
So it sounds like it's okay to add the label, assuming.
Yeah, except the Pravbot is not recognizing it because I used the Pravbot last time.
Yeah.
So they must not be ready for this thing. They're probably still configuring this stuff. Okay, so telemetry tracing, this should be stage beta, right?
Yes, that's correct. So it'll be beta.
Can I do this? There we go.
Nice.
I was able to
And
check. I can definitely just manually add the label. So I did that for the other ones we talked about as well.
I'm just gonna punt this to 128 because I don't have the bandwidth for this.
That's cool.
Okay. And then which one is this one? This is Clayton's.
Yep.
Okay. Do we care about this?
Yeah, I will talk to Clayton.
Okay.
Because like we wanted to graduate it last release, but we didn't get enough time. But most likely,
So
like I would
we
try
should
to
change
reach out
this,
to him
right?
to see-
Is it alpha or beta? What is this?
I think it's better.
Okay, so we're gonna target 127.
No, it's better, but like we need to graduate it to stable.
It went beta.
Okay,
Yeah.
like this then.
Yep.
Oh, that cap. Yeah, every time I asked Clayton about that previously, he was like, "Oh, I'm waiting on feedback on the metrics." So
Yeah, that's what he told me last release.
got
But like now, at least I made the changes in CubeState metric. Like now we advertise the new metrics instead of the old one from CubeState metric, and I did it also like, or at least Poncho is doing it in Kubernetes Mixins, which is like the project we have for Prometheus.
so I think I see there was some confusion about this. Yeah, that one was like the cap was beta as of I think 121 because
Yeah, let me change
that
that
one.
actually.
But the metrics are still in alpha because there was no such thing as a beta metric at that time.
Oh yeah.
So part of stable release is promoting them, right?
Okay, so let me
Maybe,
also
yeah.
mark that one as we're gonna opt into that one, it looks like.
Okay, redesign event API. This is the one that you're This is done,
Yeah.
right? Can we close this?
No, like I need to rescope it, like because in the scope
That's
you have
when
the
we need to fix
migration of
the
all
grad
the
criteria.
APIs,
Okay, fine.
all the
I'll
commands.
put a
Yeah,
note on that
can
one.
you just update the existing cap and not create a new one? Because that would allow us to close this.
I will update the existing one and then
That's the
create
plan.
a new one. That will be easier.
We have the
Like,
new one, and then we're
yeah.
gonna update this one so we can close it.
Okay, great. And then I think that's it for the caps. Okay. Provide alerts and maybe dashboards in KK. This is the next topic. We
Yeah.
have 10 minutes and we have 3 things left.
Yeah, we'll go pretty quickly on it. So essentially, like I was reviewing a PR that was adding metrics recently about the time it takes for, I think, kubelet to update the status of the node, or like I don't remember which component it was. I think it's kubelet. And I was like, well, these people have the knowledge about how much time is considered too long for the updates. And the fact that they don't like provide an alert out of the metric that they are adding is kind of a loss for us in general, because like they have the knowledge about the actual threshold that should be advertised, and like we are not providing them a way to actually like share an alert with like the community in general. And I was thinking that maybe it could be great for us to look into ways to enable contributors to add alerts,
I thought
or
that's
at
what
least like to
mixins were for.
documentation or whatever.
But that's what mixins were for.
Yeah, but we don't have mixins in KK.
So you're proposing a mixin.
Yeah, some kind of mixin essentially in KK
So-
directly
So
for metrics.
directly in KK. No, we can't do it
Yeah,
directly
yeah.
in KK. No, we're
Why?
not even guaranteed people are using Prometheus in KK. I mean, we use
Oh,
a
no,
Prometheus
No,
client,
no,
but
what,
like,
what I'm saying is like not mixing that can be necessarily consumed, but at least like some kind of documentation that can be shared on how to use particular metrics to produce alerts. I don't really care about the format of the alert in the end, but more about like the content of it. At the end of the day, when you produce an alert, you are actually using the metric that is being produced by Kubernetes.
so
But
you
what
want
we care about is the
documentation.
threshold. Yeah.
Well, I mean, have you considered updating our SLO threshold guidelines?
That doesn't sound well fitted though. Because like the SLO guidelines are for scalability only.
I mean,
Whereas-
they don't have to be. They don't
Yeah, but
have
in
to
that case,
be.
like I want more as a general purpose alerts.
Well,
rather than
why not
actual
create a community SIG instrumentation, SLOs, SLIs folder with some documentation about like alerts, something,
Yeah, that could make sense for sure.
right?
If
I
we
mean,
want end users to do it, we should do it in the
the
official
docs.
and
Yeah, we
not,
should do it in the official docs. I am
The
in
person
the
I want
process
them
of
to-
moving the SLO scalability thresholds to the official website because it should be on the official website. And so while we are doing this, we can also add the stuff that you are talking about.
Yeah, that's
Right,
great. Like I
yeah.
just want a place where we can just tell contributors that they like. It would be great if they also provided some information on how we could build an alert out of the metrics that they produce. Because sometimes it's non-trivial, like even more when it's about thresholds, like particular thresholds in terms of. I don't
Yeah,
know,
so I
number,
have this section called
privacy.
measuring Kubernetes. It has
Yeah.
this, you can just put stuff here.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah,
That's it.
okay, great. Let me merge my PR first. And then we can get to it. Call for mentors is the next topic.
That's another topic. So I didn't study the document yet. We need to share it, but like with Punch, we started looking into ways to add a mentorship program inside of the SIG. And the first step would be to try to find mentors in various areas of the code base that would have a bit of time to actually onboard people and follow up on them on certain issues, teach them, like explain them how the code works and stuff like that. And just so that we grow more contributors and more maintainers for the future.
Sounds good.
but
Maybe
I need
we
to
should
set up
revisit
a-
this after you share the doc.
Yeah, I will do that.
Yeah, so let's move this to the next time and then you can link the doc
Yeah, sounds good.
and then we can read the doc and then we can figure out what people are signing up for.
Yeah.
Because we have 5 more minutes and then Elena still has one more issue. Elena?
Sorry, I didn't realize we were already on it. Hooray. So I was still updating labels and enhancements. I wanted to provide an update on what's going on with usage metrics collector, because we pushed out the code and I have been spending much of the week setting up CI, getting stuff working. Let me see if I can grab the link for the agenda. Go. Did you find it? Yay.
Yes, here.
So we have code, hooray. We have CI running, which is mostly what I've been working on. So maybe let me share also our test grid, which I'm excited about. Because I just deflaked all of the tests last night. Let's see. I'll also throw that in the agenda. So yeah, the code is now up. Folks can take a look at it. We have CI. I'm gonna make a mailing list announcement as well. The one thing that I was kind of waiting on, I was hoping to have a kickoff meeting for the sub project, like separate from the regular SIG instrumentation meeting, so we could just spend the half hour focused on this project. And it'll be a recorded meeting, not during our regular slot. So I was just trying to get a hold of some of the contributors who had previously expressed interest and get like an idea of what time works for them before I schedule something and announce it. So I've been waiting to hear back from Katrina. And Han, I know you said some folks at Google were interested as well.
Yeah, I can circle around with them.
I'm thinking of probably like either next week or the week after between 10 to 11 Pacific. Do you think that'll work?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to make sure it wasn't too late for like folks that might be in either East Coast or Europe. I am on the Westest Coast, so but yeah, code is here. And oh, the other thing that I'm working on now, it's a lot of like, you know, the machinery behind like getting the repo set up. I am not sure how to publish Docker images to, I know our new registry is registry.kates.io. I couldn't find any documentation.
I can share it with you, like it's super hard to find, but once you find it, like it's pretty well detailed.
I searched 6 repos, like I felt very...
I need to share it with you, but yeah.
Maybe I'll PR it into registry.kates.io's readme or something, just so people can find it.
Now it's better than before. Like before, we had to ping a Googler, one specific Googler, to create an actual Google group for the sub project. Like it was so messy. But nowadays, like it's automated. I will share the link with you. And
look at our beautiful tests that I got reporting with JUnit in test grid. Sorry, I'm very proud of myself for this. I feel like it's, you know, Node CI subgroup all over again, except most of the tests are green. So yeah, if anybody has any questions, I'd be super happy. I think Phil Whitrock, who's been most actively working on the code, he's out of the office today. Otherwise, I would have asked for him to be here, but really glad that, you know, this is kind of chugging along. Definitely looking for new contributors and interest. So I will schedule a meeting. I just need to kind of get an idea of what's a good time for people so I don't accidentally schedule a meeting that nobody can attend. And I'd love to talk more about it there.
Awesome.
That's all from that.
Well, we went through all of our agenda pretty efficiently, I think. So we have exactly 2 minutes left. Is there anything else that people wanted to talk about before we adjourn? Nope. Then I guess we can give people a couple minutes back. Thank you everyone for attending. And hopefully we will see you in the triage meeting next week. Yeah, also just a reminder, Cat Freeze is coming up on the 10th of February. So if you guys have any ideas for how to improve instrumentation in Kubernetes, the 10th of February is the deadline for getting your CAP in.
Does that mean we'll have another meeting before Cap Freeze? I thought this was going to be the last one. It seems like yes.
We have one more meeting before the Cap Freeze, but we have, I think, 0 meetings before production readiness soft freeze.
I see. Okay, yeah. So Thursday the 2nd, we'll have one more meeting for the freeze.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Great.
Thanks, everyone.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.